For those of you who were here yesterday, you saw a whole bunch of startups up on stage presenting their ideas, hoping to be part of that select group that are picked for investment and for future observation. What we're going to do today is take 25 startups, put them on the stage. We're going to get two of India's most admired professionals. Yeah, Samir, I was referring to you. Samir Kukreja and Sagar Daryani are going to be back up on stage. You've seen both of them over the last few days, so I don't need to introduce them again. What we're going to be talking about is 7 reasons why food startups will gain momentum in 2018 and beyond. Brainstorming new ideas, scope, challenges, success, and of course failures. What we're going to do is give the entrepreneurs that are on stage a chance to react to the ideas that their peers have shared. So at one stretch, you're going to get 60 seconds to talk. Best challenger and the best responder get a pack of prizes apparently, and a standing ovation, and lots of money from Samir. So, I'm going to call these entrepreneurs up. Andrine Mendez from PLiNG Foods, Anirudh Poddar from Chai Break, Ashwini Pable from the Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs of India, Chirag Gupta, 4700 BC Popcorn, Deepak Sabharwal, Earthy Tales, Gaurav Gambhir, Shubh Products, Kajal Bhatia, 8020, Kaushal Dangre, Pawak Food, Kumar Kushang, Ador Cup, Kumar Shobit, Bernard Food Truck, Nilesh Lele, Exelon, Nikita Pujari, Fish and Bait, Janendran, Eaton Craft, Prashant Gauri Raju, Poppycorn, Robin Jha, Teapot, Rupali Ambegaonkar, Tea Culture, Sanjay Agarwal, Salad Chef, Shivam Shahi, Blue Tokai Coffee Roasters, Shrey Agarwal, the Belgian Waffle, Surat Savalia, Paston Foods, Vaibhav Mittal, Lovely Bake Studio, Vinay Kumar Taylor, Karna Candy, Vinod Kumar, Naturally Yours, Vivek Shukla, Nukat Shops, and Yashwant Nag, the Thick Shake Factory.
Okay, so I'm going to change this. I'm a tough moderator here. So it's not what you were told. Okay, I don't like this topic here, sorry.
That is completely untrue. He just couldn't understand the format the way it was.
Right. Come on, the rapid fire. We're not running a TV channel here. Okay, so, it was 7 reasons why food startups have got momentum. It's not why they will gain. There's no doubt on the fact that food startups have momentum. Okay? This topic I didn't like.
I guess you guys have placards, right?
You all have placards over your business,
so
what you're doing.
Keep your placards open so that we can figure out which startup is doing what.
Please, can we help with placards for some of them? They don't all have placards. Okay,
have a t-shirt.
so you only have 60 seconds each. And the format is, you will have 60 seconds and then we will allow 2 or 1 challenge, 1 challenger. 1 challenger per, so everyone's going to speak for 60 seconds. Anyone who wants to challenge, raise their hand. We will choose one of you to challenge. And you get maximum 60 seconds or 30 seconds to challenge. Okay, let's keep it crisp.
Done.
Right, 60 seconds, 1 challenger. And then there is a prize where Anish is actually giving a lot of money. He's giving momos, I'm giving free advice for the best speaker, the best 60 seconds, and definitely the best couple of challengers. Okay?
Cool.
So, what?
We start with the lady in white here.
Yeah.
Okay? So it is tea, culture, world. Tea culture of the world. Okay. So we start with Dr. Rupali. I guess you speak on your startup, and what you're supposed to say is that why you feel that your startup is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
And we want the others to challenge that they feel that their startup can be the next big thing, or
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
have
absolutely.
examples of how someone else is doing similar to you in a better way,
So
or in a different way.
In 60 seconds, you need to convince your fellow panelists and fellow startups why your startup is going to be the one to hit $1 billion valuation. Okay? $1 billion, nothing less.
So a big round of applause for Rupali to get started.
Your time starts now.
Okay, tea culture of the world was started with an idea of getting fine teas into India and getting that experience of tea, which was just black tea driven to the Indian consumer. And today, we have 150 varieties of tea that are focusing on health and wellness. And as we've heard today, like the speaker said, that the wellness and the health industry is the fast-moving industry here with a lot of investor attention. And my top-selling teas today are Detox or Easy Digest, which completely focus on health and wellness. And we get like a lot of tea with a lot of health benefits, and we focus on a lot of education, awareness, taste. And I think my company has broken the myth of green tea being bitter. So the first response that I always got was, oh, this is not bitter, and this is something that I can have every day. And somewhere we have broken the black tea drinking, milk, sugar, masala.
Okay, we want to cut you off. Who wants to challenge?
I guess we have two tea guys here. We have
No,
a shake guy here.
No, but who wants to challenge? Raise your hand. You're challenging. Good. Oh, you're not challenging. Who wants to challenge?
Oh, you
Quickly.
also tea
Yeah,
guy, is it?
he's challenging. Go.
Okay, so we have Kushak challenging us. Can we have the mic to Kushak?
Hey, I really like your startup, but I think it's too crowded. You know, the one person sitting right next to me is running a tea brand in Delhi, and he offers the same range. So how do you justify?
So I'm a medical practitioner, and I have the top-selling health blends of tea today. And I think we have created a different category. Tea was always about chai, milk, and sugar, and cutting, and masala. So not only we have all of that, but we also have a lot of health blends. And tea is a habit, and there is brand loyalty in tea. How often do we 1 month get Girnar, the next month get Tata, and the third month get Lipton?
Okay,
No.
good.
Well answered, well answered.
Well answered.
I think we'll move from the first speaker. We go to your right. We move to Chirag.
And
So
your
Chirag, tell us
time-
about your startup, and let's see who challenges you.
And your time starts now.
Hi, so I own a brand called 47 BC Popcorn. It's a gourmet popcorn brand. So I think three areas where we distinguish ourselves from anybody else. I think one is the product. I think we really innovated. We spent a lot of time innovating our product, which is fun. I think popcorn is fun to all customers. There's nobody who hates popcorn. So I think we've done justification to the product and combined it with cheese, caramel, and chocolate and made it at the next level. I think second area is how we market our product. I think popcorn has been predominantly been sold in cinema, and we are taking that perception out of the customer mind. And we are trying to reach out to places where nobody thought popcorn would be selling. And I think from a customer side, I think snacks is a there's too many players into the snack industry. We're just trying to position ourselves very differently as a brand, very premium, as a product, which is very fun, loving, very close to Indian consumers.
Okay, thank you. Okay, who wants to challenge? Oh, okay. Yeah, your neighbor wants to challenge you.
Okay, Chirag, popcorn is something that is associated with fresh and has to be made live. How do you kind of compete that? Because somewhere the crunchiness of the popcorn gets lost. And of course, there are brands which also sell you the microwave popcorns, which you can make at home. So how do you compete with the freshness of the popcorn?
So my investor is PVR. I should not be answering this, but so by the time you get us popcorn in cinema, and by the time you sit on your seat, I mean, see the difference in the temperature, right? It's already in an AC environment, and it's around 25 degrees of AC which is running in that system, and the popcorn is at room temperature. it's only in your on your mind that something was made fresh like 10 minutes before and you eating that product, but it's actually not like hot or anything. So, and most of the time now in cinemas, they actually pre-make the popcorns and they just fill it in a tub and give it to you. So it's all, I think, in the minds of the consumer, which we trying to break. I think if we deliver the right product to the consumer, it doesn't matter, that perception will start breaking.
Okay.
So we just focusing on a quality, on a crunchiness, which we deliver in a package.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, next, Kaushal Dongre. Pavak Foods, you got 60 seconds starting now.
Yeah, hi. My venture is named Power Foods, and we are basically focused on establishing our brand in Jaggery. So we've got two products, one is in cubes and the other is in the powdered form. The reason to get into this venture was, I come from Western Maharashtra, which is basically the, it is very famous for Jaggery. And I was told that, there's no one who's, trying to develop a brand in Jaggery, so there's a good scope here. And the reason to introduce it in cubes form was to make it more convenient, and the packing is such that, hygiene is another issue why people actually think of using sugar instead of Jaggery. And our main purpose, as I said, is to make people shift from sugar to Jaggery, as refined sugar is considered to be, one of the major reasons why we've got so many lifestyle diseases. So this is why we've, trying to develop our brand, and we are focused, and I'm confident that we'll be able to do it.
Thank you. Challenger. Yeah.
Mr. Kaushal, Jaggery is generally it's a food commodity, so that and the young generation are not preferring eating the Jaggery. That is the major challenges for the today's market scenario. So, and how you can compensate that major challenges?
Well, basically, I have a different view on this. I believe actually the youngsters are looking for sugar alternatives because they are getting, health conscious. And I believe, as they're looking for sugar alternatives, Jaggery is a traditional product, and I'm sure, people will actually see to it that they shift to Jaggery. And the thing is that we are looking to, spread the awareness and make them realize why actually they should use Jaggery.
Okay, thank you.
I guess too much of health. Let's go with some wealthy food. We'll go with Thick Shake Factory.
60 seconds.
Hi everyone. We have a brand called the Thick Shake Factory. So what we have been doing is, a milkshake has been existing across the world since 100 years. McDonald's founder was a guy selling milkshake machines in 1930s. Every coffee shop in India sells milkshakes also as the 100th item. We have taken the 100th item on the menu, and we are trying to build a brand on a single product. And we have more than 40 products and also multiple toppings. So we take a single product focused on only shakes, and we make them really thick. I would say it is not really traditionally healthy as such, but it's an indulgence. And we make people happy. So we have been trying to organize the selling of milkshakes and thick shakes. So that's what the Thick Shake Factory is all about.
Okay. Good.
Who's challenging this?
Yes.
Okay, we have Ashwini there.
Ashwini.
Okay, so my question to you is, your business really requires a lot of investment in infrastructure, or unless and until there is not enough, or an infrastructure that supports milkshake, you will not be able to scale up or grow.
See, mine is a brick and mortar store. Yes, the capex is have to be there. Till date, we have been bootstrapped, and I'm a strong proponent of the franchisee system. And more than 60% of our stores today are franchised, and we believe in using franchisee model to expand. And more than the investment is not an issue as long as we are able to make a return on it, right? So our typical payback is less than a year for our own stores and less than a couple of years for a franchisee store. So it's been working beautifully well without having raised a single rupee of external capital till now.
Thank you. Okay, let's move to Anirudh Poddar, Chai Break.
Hi, good afternoon, friends. So at Chai Break, we sell break time. We sell the most awesome pizzas in Eastern India, and we sell along with that, we sell almost homemade teas, which we all crave when we are traveling or when we are outside our homes. And I feel, that's a deadly combination. And we run in a cafe model of approximately 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, and we are spread across Calcutta, Bhubaneswar, and Durgapur, and we are planning to expand in Eastern India right now.
Okay, who wants to challenge what he's doing? No one? I'll challenge, eh? You started by saying we sell pizzas. I thought you were a chai concept, eh?
So that's what
Aren't you
I wanted to...
Isn't that confused?
That's the reason I started that we sell pizzas, because we sell break time. When we think about chai break, we actually say that, you know, when we want to take a break, we used to say, let's go for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. So we say, let's go for a cup of tea. And that's basically saying that we want a break from our busy schedules or from anything which we are actually tired of. So that's why we say we are chai break, and when you think of breaks, think of chai break.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I guess we again move to a bit of healthy food. We'll go to Chef Sanjay Agarwal from Salad Chef.
Thank you. And I'm sitting among the new entrepreneurs or startup, but I started at 25 years back and started Salad Chef. And we were the pioneer, not made money. In the previous years, pioneer does not make money. But we thought of doing this different alien concept 25 years back, selling salads to the public, and the main key was innovation, making it up to the palate of Indian people. They can accept it, and we are doing evolved, and we have able to mature the market. We were the pioneer to educate the people in India to having salads, and there is no alternative of good, green, healthy leaves. No packaged food or no other food can compete with those organic, or I can say organic is now in things. And
so who's challenging the chef here?
Oh, wow. Lots of hands here. Okay.
Okay, we'll...
you choose. Choose the challenger.
Chef, you choose.
Chef, who do you want? No, you got to choose, yeah?
We'll
Chef.
leave it to you.
Okay.
Okay, we go with, I think Thick Shake has already spoken. So we'll go with Vivek.
Robin.
We'll go with Vivek.
Oh, Vivek?
So this is very crowded space, right? The salad. How do you differentiate yourself from anybody else? I mean, Subway does serve salad.
Subways are basically a sandwich company, not salad company. We are the salad company. It's
okay, sorry. No counter questions. Question answered.
It's a differentiation. We are a salad company and Subway is a sandwich company. Our spread and things, what we sell for a salad and the variety concoctions are very much different from the Subway. We are no competition with Subway. Subway is no competition with us.
Okay, let's go to Vinod Kumar. Your turn.
Hi friends. My company's name is Naturally Yours. We are an organic and a health food brand with basically in a focus in superfoods. So we sell quinoa, chia seeds, a lot of millets, and a lot of value-add products made out of these stuff. Like, we have gluten-free pastas made out of quinoa, multi-grain pasta. We also have a millet-based noodles, which sells very well. So currently we are present in over 400 stores across 12 Indian cities. So that's about us.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to challenge? Yeah, go ahead.
The market scenario as a domestic as an international market, there is the biggest challenge is the how to get the government legislation and that international standard, how you can fulfill.
So legislation in organic is pretty complicated and pretty long. What we do is whenever we have very clearly defined what we say organic and what we say natural and all of that. So whenever we say organic, it is defined by the government of India and international norms that it has to be certified at multiple levels, right from the farm to the processing to the packaging. So we follow that very clearly, and that's about it. In fact, even FSSAI is going to bring in guidelines which basically says the same thing.
Okay, well answered. We'll move next to PLiNG Foods. Yeah, so PLiNG Foods, please go ahead.
Yeah, so how many people here actually like to try new things? Hands, please. How many people here? All right, thank you. So the general trend, not in this room, in this country, we are the youngest democracy, and everyone likes to try new things and new experiences. So at PLiNG Foods, what we are trying to do is we are trying to create alternative products for different categories. So starting from chips, the leading Western snack chips option is potato. Now what we are trying to do is we're trying to replace potato with alternative options like banana and cassava. Of course, there's a matter of acquired taste, but what I've seen from experience, people like new experiences, and that is what we've been doing for the last 1 year. And we hope that's going to grow because A, we are an asset-light company, so we can launch a lot of products and a lot of new experiences, and then we can get customer feedback and pedal hard what works fine. So we are an asset-light company, and I come from an advertising background, and I'm a brand builder. Just like how Coke has 80% of value on just the brand, I believe that building a brand makes perfect sense.
So who's challenging this new experience or the new product?
Okay, Robin.
Hello. How important do you think is pricing as a part of your strategy? Because most of the products that are there off the shelf, pricing is what determines what a consumer buys.
So initially, even I started looking at a niche brand, niche pricing. But what I realized is for us to be really successful, we have to look at a mass level sort of a growth. So I think in terms of pricing, we have to start at the base price point. So like I said, my mistake earlier was to start at 50 rupees. But right now, we've learned from the mistakes, and we are trying to push products from 5 rupees, 10 rupees, and onwards. Because once we have mass acceptance, I think it'll go upwards.
That wasn't the challenge, but that was the question.
Never mind. Okay, we'll move to Robin. Robin's turn to pitch Teapot.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm founder and CEO of Teapot. Teapot is a chai nashta startup based out of Delhi NCR. At this moment of time, we have 27 stores in Delhi NCR, doing 3,000 plus transactions on a daily basis, present across 3 cities in NCR. We essentially are a chai first F&B company with a lot of nashta options available. What we realized is that India is a tea drinking nation, and a lot of options are not available for freshly brewed teas outside your home. So we are trying to target the out-of-home tea consumption space at this moment of time. So it has been a great journey building everything from scratch, building from 0 stores to 27 stores, and we're looking to reach a milestone of 50 stores by the end of this year. Yeah, so that's it from us.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good. Challenge.
Okay, great concept. I was just very curious to know that when you are building yourself as a chai nashta company, then how do someone who was looking for lunch or dinner, maybe the other snacks, how do they relate to coming to your stores?
I think if you look at this space currently, there are a lot of options for breakfast and dinner. For lunch and dinner, but there are hardly any options for snacks. The only option that you get is off the shelf. You can buy a quick, basically a munching kind of stuff off the shelf, but there are no options available. So we are trying to target people who would either come to us for a breakfast or will come for a quick snack. So we are not looking at a lunch and dinner market.
Okay. Kajal, your turn to pitch.
Hi everyone, I'm Kajal Bhatia, founder of 8020. I'm also a practicing whole food nutritionist. During my experience, I realized that when whole food nutrition is planned in daily diets, then it has a profound impact on natural health and lifestyle. The challenge with doing that as a nutritionist was the availability of minimally processed whole food products, and second, the convenience of it. So today, what we have in our kitty, which is the bouquet of whole food products, the first category is health bars. We are completely natural, gluten-free, and vegan. We've launched 6 months ago. We are in 250 stores in Mumbai, Pune, and Goa, and we've just launched Dubai because that was the need of the market and the gap in the demand and supply that people are looking for clean, labeled foods. Thank you.
Who wants to challenge? You're a what do you call a serial challenger here.
Can I add
Okay, go for it. No one else raised their hand.
Basically, you are in the retail stores, and there are so many bigger brands at the big bazaars and pantaloons like this. So that how you can compete with that, and how to educate your speciality in the product, how to educate the people with the
right.
retail.
So as a nutritionist, that's actually something I've been doing for 10 and 15 years, how to educate people. As far as the bigger players are concerned, I still think there's a lot of space in this category. and everybody has a fair chance right now. If you're talking of the players like Yoga Bar and all, I truly respect the brand, but we have our own USPs and we are working on our strength. Our bars are morning, evening, and workout bar, all designed for each function of the day and not just multiple flavors. So please do try them.
Thank you.
Let's get the challenger to get challenged. So your turn next.
Your turn.
Suraj.
Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Suraj Savalia. We are the Petson group of companies. We are the first generation entrepreneur. I have started my own industry in 2003. That is Petson Foods India Private Limited. We are the manufacturers and exporters of the mango pulp, pickles, jams, various canned vegetables, chutneys, sauces. We are exporting our product in well-advanced countries, USA, Canada, European countries, then Far East countries. And recently we have been awarded by the government of Gujarat by the Best MSME Award, as well as the central government by the Lifetime Achievement Awards. Presently, in 2011, we have started another factory, that is Green Fiber Foods India Private Limited, in which we are manufacturing the frozen fruits and vegetables, and we are exporting in these same countries, advanced countries. And we are the second largest manufacturers and exporters in Gujarat.
So who's challenging Patson?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll go for you. I think your hand came up first.
So you said your main business is pickles and so on and forth. I think your relevance is challenged because young generation are A, going away from such foods, A. B, that means that your products have high preservatives when you're exporting them for higher shelf life. And people are again going away from these kind of products. So how do you tackle this issue? How do you stay relevant going forward?
As far as the preservation is concerned, we are manufacturing in such a way that optimum maintenance of the preservative and processing is most important. Once we are making the preservation up to the mark, I mean up to the optimum level, so then there is no need to, it is the, as per the US FDA and EU standards are to be fulfilled by the
There are still preservatives.
Yeah, but it's a permissible limit and optimum level.
No,
so
I understand, but as a consumer, I don't want anything that has too much.
Sorry, no counter, no counter. Okay, Ashwini, you're up next. Mike, please.
Thank you. So I'm not a food entrepreneur, but I come with 14, 15 years of FMCG brand marketing consumer experience. So I'd rather spend this 1 minute asking 2, 3 relevant questions to all the entrepreneurs sitting here.
As you're not one, we'll have to allow you that, so go for it.
Okay, so the first question is, food is a very mindless category for the consumer. And beyond the novelty value, building relevance becomes a big issue. So for most startups, it's a challenge because yes, first year, 2 years, 3 years is great because they are in the expansion phase. Later on, they look for companies who can buy them out, and obviously big MNCs look, invest in them. But now I think even MNCs are realizing that after 3 years, the novelty value is dying out, and therefore even they're going to do their checks. So it's a big challenge for them.
How do you stay relevant?
Absolutely, beyond 3 years,
Beyond 3
because
years.
novelty value dies fast, and there's no brand loyalty.
Okay.
Who's going for that?
Let's do question. Who wants to answer
Who's going for that?
Okay, Ropali. No, Mike.
I'm a 6-year-old company and now going in the 7th year. I have not raised PE yet and I don't need money. I'm self-sufficient and yet going very strong. And what works for me is the flexibility and understanding the consumer need, because we can adapt. Like the larger companies are not flexible. The higher they go, the rigid they become, and we innovate with packaging, newer trends, and expose our customer to newer experience.
I guess
Good.
that's an answer to the point.
Good answer. Next question.
So the next question is for
I think
the...
we're only allowing you 2 questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more.
For the health and wellness startups, because you guys are taking up the responsibility of almost growing the category. So while yes, there is a lifestyle trend that is happening, but the size is very small right now. So, in terms of investments and everything, it's almost like a leader, you need to take it up.
Yeah. So I'll add to that. There's health cafes and all very niche. Health bars is different. People go out, they want to indulge in India. They want to go have the thick shake. They might want to have, they want to have popcorn. You want to go out, you want to indulge. So India is not about, thank the Lord, they want to indulge, otherwise they won't have his momos. All the healthy food.
Good
try.
It's called wealthy food.
Wealthy food, okay. So Yeah, I agree to that question. So who is in the health business is going to answer that? Yeah.
Yeah, so see, the decision here is that do you want to be in a market which is maybe 95% share and maybe growing at 10-15%, or which is today, let's say 2-3%, but growing about 25 to 30% CAGR. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
I think well answered.
Okay, well done. Now, who has not spoken? Sorry.
Let's do Lovely.
Yeah, let's do.
Lovely.
All
Lovely
yours.
Bake Studio.
All right. I hope everybody can see me. So I come from Lovely Bake Studio, which is based out in Jalandhar, Punjab. We make cookies. We found about 3 years ago, and we are primarily serving the modern trade stores and the general trade stores. We found that cookies were not given enough love by the bakeries and the bigger companies. So we focused on that category, and one of the biggest advantage with us is that we are 100% eggless. We are vegetarian ourselves, so we understand the need for those customers who like to consume vegetarian products. And we are also looking to expand into the traditional markets where there is a larger population of vegetarian consumers, example Gujarat. And we have also found the liking of our cookies in the other areas, where the people had been consuming egg cookies, and also, the ones which had variety of flavors to it. For example, we make healthy cookies too, which had oats, cornflakes, almonds. So the overall trend, we are cashing on it. We are making cookies as the star, and also, we are putting them into the limelight, with the natural ingredients and also, the almonds.
Thank you. Challenger. Yes, Sanjay.
Same business. Almost most of the MNCs are into healthy cookies. They are vegetarian as well, eggless as well. So how do you compete with them? Because they have a lot of funds, a lot of things, marketing budgets, visibility. So how do you compete with them?
So the biggest advantage with us has been the love we got from the general and the modern trade stores. We are currently in about 250 modern trade. We have everybody like W.H. Smith, Walmart, Reliance Market.
So why have the modern trade stores chosen you?
I think because there was nobody existent in that particular category for them. And our price points are, premium. The packaging is premium. Each cookie is singly packed. So that means it remains fresh.
Okay.
So
okay.
I think that's a very big sell for us.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Who has not had their pitches yet?
I think we can
okay.
go for.
Let's go. Should work.
I am Janendran. I am from Art and Craft. Basically, we are into tea, and tea. Huh? Now we have come up with iced teas in 3 flavors, down south market. A segment which is not very innovative in India, where all developed countries and developing countries are going for iced teas, multiple flavors, low sugar, low calories. Somehow India has not explored it. The experiments what has done was not very successful. So we are exploring the opportunity with the youth, going for 3 flavors. We are the first in India to come up with green tea, and with the concept and philosophy of using extracts in the iced tea segment.
Okay. Thank you. Who wants to challenge? No one? Wow.
Let's give the audience a chance.
Robin,
Anyone?
Robin, challenge.
You want to challenge?
Yeah, he does. Please.
So somebody like a Lipton, who's been doing iced tea for ages, have not been able to crack the market. So what makes you believe that you will be able to do that?
Lipton in India is not very active, point number 1. Point number 2, the quality is the problem. If you look at the last 3 years data, the decline is 50% in the market. So the innovation and the product quality is the challenge.
Okay. You have to pitch next.
Yeah, hi guys, this is Deepak. I'm from Earthy Tales. It's a farmer-centric venture, responsible for bringing organic food to your kitchens at affordable prices. Everyone wants good unadulterated food. Organic market, as I said, is about 2%, growing at 30% CAGR. You may make cookies, you may make momos, jaggery, tea, superfoods, salads, but unless the source of this, raw produce is not pure, I'm not sure if it's worth its benefits, not even superfoods. Hence, organic will trend, and hence, earthy trails will trend as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Who wants to challenge? Oh, 2 hands up. Vinod?
So like I said, we are in superfoods, and we work very closely with farmers as well, over 1,500 farmers across India. So I think the biggest challenge would be with farmers, right? Obviously, there are consumers who want to also work and buy directly from farmers, but the biggest challenge for you would be convincing farmers for organic, because it takes a longer period of time for them to see any ROI, and it's much more easier to do conventional farming than doing organic farming. So how does that work out?
Yeah, so there's a difference between working with farmers and being a farmer. So being a farmer, which is us, makes a lot of a difference, and hence convincing comes naturally to us. Secondly, about 40 years back, before the Green Revolution kicked in, the only way of farming that the farmers knew was natural farming without pesticides. So I don't believe that, farming, organic farming or natural farming isn't possible. It's just a question of some perseverance. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next up, Shivam.
I'm from Blue Takai Coffee Roasters. We are into specialty coffee manufacturing and a specialty coffee chain. We started from Delhi. So, like majority of the people here don't know, like coffee actually loses the flavor, aroma within 27 days. So our biggest USP is freshly roasted coffee beans served to your cups. So right now, we have two segments, B2B supplies. So we supplies to almost like, I would say, majority of the 5 stars in Delhi. We have currently set up our base in Mumbai, and we have like 13 operational cafes. So you don't have to go to abroad countries to get that coffee experience. We are providing that in India very well so far. More than 100 tons we have roasted. More than 7 million cups we have sold so far in last 3 years.
Refreshing to see a coffee startup.
Yeah, great to see a coffee. Yes.
So who's challenging the coffee guy?
Challenge.
How you segregate yourself from this, a mass market of coffee in India? For example, somebody's strength should be the buying of coffee. Somebody is in roasting of coffee. Somebody is in the blending. Somebody is separation of aroma and flavor. How you stand out in the industry?
So I would answer like right from the supply chain. So monitoring the process, how the farmers grow to the cup. So there are multiple stages. We have segregated each department. So we have art of facilities machine from Germany. We have people from Australia who are specialists in coffee. So right from sourcing to quality control to production to delivery, everything is owned by us. And that is how we segregate. We don't outsource any of these segments, and that's how we work.
Okay, good. Now,
we go for Nukkar
now
shops.
one question only.
Nukkar shops.
Nukkar, yeah. You also have
So my name is Vivek. I run the retail tech startup Milkshakes. We are the only tech player over on this stage today. So we are a commerce platform for small and medium merchants. We help them become more efficient, become more competitive, and earn more. We do that by providing them with a Android-based cloud-connected point of sale, which allows them to do billing, inventory management, create a loyalty program, take their store online. They can create campaigns, and they can create targeted campaigns for boosting their sales.
Technology is always changing. It's ever-changing world, and so many competitors already in your field. How do you think you'll be able to? How will you able to survive in the future with the futuristic technology coming into India also?
So we are pretty much platform independent. If you look at today's scenario, everyone uses an Android phone, so that's why our adoption is very high. I mean, we have been growing on almost a CMGR, a compound monthly growth rate of 30% month-on-month basis so far.
Thank you. You're up.
Hi, I'm Nilesh Lele, representing Exelon. We are into beverage manufacturing, primarily into 3 different kind of beverages. One is typical run-of-the-mill jeera masala, orange cola, lemon. Many people ask me, why are you into the business of Coca-Cola? How do you compete with Coca-Cola? In fact, Coca-Cola is a marketing budget. As a startup, we don't have any marketing budget. They launched Thumbs Up Charged. We saw our cola sales go up. McDonald's a few months back launched the McFizz range of drinks. We saw our Blue Curacao go up because they have a Blue Lagoon drink. So we look at some of our competitors are actually as our marketing agencies. The other uniqueness is like we are primarily in rural markets in Ratnagiri. There's a taluka called Guhagar which has 122 villages. On an average 5 stores in a village which can carry soft drink kind of products. A Pepsi or a Coke can barely penetrate into 50% of those stores. So there is a huge demand supply gap which we do. Thank you.
Today is a day which Economic Times reported on the degrowth of beverage industry. Correct. Again, playing on a sugary market, interior Maharashtra, how you look at the future of the beverage industry?
Yeah, so the carbonated or aerated beverage industry itself is close to 1 lakh crore in India.
22,000 crores.
Those are just the official reports that like Pepsi or Coke report, but someone like us, our numbers don't get reported, right? So, but I know for a fact that it's close to 1 lakh crore and might be growing at a slower pace, and that's why our second and third line of business, where we are into fruit-based drinks like Kokam Sharbat, Sol Kadi, where some of them are sugary-based, some of them are non-sugary-based, clean labels is what we have. Also, we have developed fruit wines from non-grape, where we make jamun wine, mango wine, which is basically helping us piggyback off our mass-selling product, bringing down the cost of logistics.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think last, anyone else left except for Kushrang to pitch? No? All yours.
So I am Kushang, founder and CEO of a company called Add Your Cup. At Add Your Cup, we fuel restaurants, right? It's not restaurants, actually food establishments also, recent extension. So at Add Your Cup, you know, we have built a infrastructure through which we are trying to disrupt the supply chain of a food establishment, right? Right now we offer 7 different verticals, which ranges from food packaging to service to non-perishable groceries. Whatever you want to procure, you can procure from our platform, right? We fuel almost 2,000 outlets across India, out of which majorly, most of them are in Delhi NCR. Some of them are sitting right on the stage also, Teapot Cafe, Blue Tokai Coffee, Momos also, they procure from us, and there are a lot of startups, I think, which might join us very soon in our journey. So this is what we do, and going forward, we are looking to address to the whole food cost of our restaurant business.
Okay.
So last challenge, who's going for it? We have Anirudh Poddar. Yeah.
I have a question. Like, you know, you're talking about refueling the startups or refueling the food brands. How would you able to actually match the prices going in future and earn out of it also, be profitable out of it also? Because, you know, the big guys always get a very good discount from the company directly. So how do you plan to match those prices?
Thanks, Anirudh, for pointing one of our major differentiator and selling points. So basically, since a lot of restaurants like yours come to us and buy from us, so we get a definite aggregation advantage from a seller, right? And that's how we get the price advantage, right? If you talk about any major brand, Dabur, PepsiCo, they are selling through our platform. And since we serve to 2,000 outlets, which is actually the largest number of restaurants. If I can think of any chain which has 2,000 outlets, I don't think so, right? So I have the largest buying power in the country, if you may say. Right? So that's how we get the price advantage. Thanks.
So friends, we come to an end to the presenter and the challenger section, and a big round of applause for all of them. Rather a standing ovation. Come on, they deserve it. They're startups, they deserve it. Standing ovation to you guys. Come on.
Good, well done.
Well done.
And now for announcing the... We've
Thank you so
decided a
much.
bit differently. We decided to have 2 best presenters. So, over to Anish.
Okay, let me just say, I spent 15 years as an investment banker. I set up the first private equity fund in this country. And I can guarantee you, most of you wouldn't have gotten a dime from me. You really have to get your pitch right. And let me give you the perfect example. You, Blue Tokai guy. You know what makes you stand out? Your bloody good coffee, your bloody good packaging, you deliver to my home, you're an outstanding product, and that's the one thing you didn't talk about. You talked about your freaking machinery. I don't give a shit about your machinery. I'm not looking at your machinery. I'm drinking your coffee. Tell me about your coffee. That's what you guys are doing wrong. So, what we decided was we were going to pick 2 people who gave us a good story, an articulate story, were passionate about their product, sold it well, and certainly convince the three of us that we would walk into their stores and pick something up off the shelf. So of the two, great presentation, articulate, and great responses as well. And Thick Shake Company, dude, where you are? There you are. I've heard about you in Dubai. I want to talk to you. Absolutely. Again, great presentation. You guys should learn. You need to learn. Because I swear I'm going to change my coffee brand otherwise. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.